Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time it's on Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein and the Epstein list again. If you haven't seen my last few readings I've done on this, I'll put a link to it up here. I've done a lot over the years, but Ghislaine Maxwell submitted an appeal, or is at least trying to submit an appeal against the court's decision. Don't know how that's going to go, so we're going to take a look at this and see what's happening. It looks like they're trying to stop it. And there are also rumors that she is trying to use the Epstein list as leverage and throw some people under the bus. And basically release the Epstein list. So we'll see what's true and what's not, allegedly. And these readings are all alleged from chambers only. And let's get started. And please remember, if you guys like this and like the content, join the YouTube members. There's a join button down below. You get access to exclusive content you won't get anywhere else. Lots of stuff on celebrities. You can win a reading from me. Lots of stuff on esoteric stuff, the life's purpose, heaven, hell, stuff like that. Join button down below. All right. So let's look at Ghislaine Maxwell, her appeal. Oh my God. And what's next? And then I want to look at Ghislaine Maxwell, the Epstein list, and will she reveal it? Okay, so Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein list, will she reveal it? Ghislaine, her appeal, will it happen? So she's the Ten of Swords reverse, which is a backstabbing and betrayal. She feels like everyone threw her under the bus. So she definitely, wants to throw other people under the bus. The King of Wands is reversed, though, which tells me the odds of her getting that appeal are very slim. The King of Wands is like misguided aggressions or, inaction. So do I think that she's going to try? Yeah. Do I think that it'll see the light of day? Probably not. I mean, look at that King of Wands reverse. It's like other people will get you. It's like I'm going to get you one way or the other. So it's like she's screwed. Rightfully so. Now, the King of Pentacles is about the impact of that. The King of Pentacles, money talks. So there are just too many people with money here that are going to make sure that she doesn't get what she desires. I will also say the King of Pentacles tells me that they feel like she was much more of a ringleader than she's trying to let on. The King of Wands like, oh no, King of Pentacles like, oh no, you were like the mastermind, or at least one half of the mastermind. So there's very little, allegedly from chambers only, there's very little feeling here that she was like unaware. Like they're like, oh no, you were very much aware and you knew what you were doing. That's the feeling, allegedly. And you were probably one of the kingpins, so to speak. So it's like, I don't understand. There's this feeling of like, I don't understand what she's thinking. Now, this is her. Page of Wands is saying one thing and doing another. So this is about the list. The Strength card is stubbornness, holding tightly to things. Again, that's what the list is represented as. And then if it's coming out, the Seven of Cups reverse, which is dealing a hand of realism. Can I be honest with you? I don't know if she really has enough. I mean, the Page of Wands, when it's reversed, is like saying one thing to another. So that's like, I'm going to make it seem like I have more ammo than I do. So it's a bluff. And the Strength card is stubbornness, which is holding tightly to things. That does mean that she does have something. She does have some sort of information or maybe evidence or something that could point people in the right direction or could give legitimacy to someone else's claim, right? Could back up something someone else said or back up a piece of evidence or explain a piece of evidence. The problem here is that the Seven of Cups is reversed, which tells me that, well, obviously they're not going to let this see the light of day. But even if they did, the problem here with the Page of Wands reverse, there are two things. One, she's not a reliable narrator, so it's very easy to cast judgment and suspicion upon her claims. But number two, I don't think she has enough. Like, especially with the Page of Wands, it's like you might have something on one person, but do you have something on everyone? Let's keep looking. Yeah, you want to know what her information is? I would, here's the thing. Here's where Ghislaine Maxwell actually has information that is valuable. I don't think you should be asking her who was on the Epstein list. I don't think you should be asking her who were the clients. I don't think you should be asking her any of that. Do you want to know what I think you should be asking her that will actually be valuable? I mean, obviously you would like to ask her those things, but do I think she's going to be able to do much? Probably not. But here's what I think you should ask her. Who else worked with them? Because the Lover's card is reversed, the High Priestess is reversed, and the Three of Pentacles. There's three main people here, and I only see two going. We only saw two going down, Jeffrey and Ghislaine. There's a third person. There's a third person. At least. I mean, obviously there's probably more than 3, but there were 3 main ones. And so Ghislaine is sitting there like, if you only knew who the third person was. That's where the meat and potatoes is. And I think that's where a lot of the answers is. I think the list might be a distraction. In fact, I'm going to say something a little crazy here. I believe that the emphasis on this list is purposely done to distract from potentially connecting dots to this alleged third person. How's that for conspiracy theory? That's what I think conspiracy theory-wise. Potentially, allegedly. That's what I'm thinking. Because there's a third person here. 3 of Pentacles is a job. There's 3. The High Priestess, breaking of trust. The Lover's card, separation. It's like if I threw the 2 of them under the bus in secret, I get off scot-free. Or if I distract everyone with the 2 of them, I get off scot-free. It's a traitor, so to speak, right? Like the TV show Traitors. There's like a traitor. Yep, Ace of Pentacles. They were able to make a lot of money or status from this. The Nine of Swords is overthinking, overanalyzing, and the Magician is reversed. That's quiet. So this person's very methodical, very meticulous, very analytical, very, very smart. Very, very smart. Very like book smart, maybe computer smart. I'm not sure. All I can tell you is this person's very smart. I guess you could say cunning too, because they must be good with people. But to me, it seems a little bit more, maybe nerdy is an extreme term, but like just analytical brained. 3 of Wands. Yeah, it's like if somebody kept the books. Oh, I wonder if this is the person who really knows all the information. You know how sometimes you have the face of things and then the people that work in the back end? That's what this person feels like. Like they work behind the scenes a little bit more. 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Oh my God. The sun is upright. Well, there's definitely some form of informant involved here. Were they tracking Jeffrey and Ghislaine for a while? Was there an FBI informant at some point? Regardless, this 3 of Wands is interesting to me. That means someone flipped. Someone here who was involved. It's this third person. I see them. I don't know if they made a deal or if that's like a metaphorical deal. But like, I guess it essentially could be a deal with the devil. It doesn't have to be translated to a literal deal. But there's some form of betrayal here in terms of the, yeah, look at that. The 6 of Swords, destroying of evidence. That has to do with the travel logs too, the flight logs. Queen of Pentacles reversed and 2 of Pentacles. This is someone who has access to too much money or business with others. They're intertwined too much with other people, business-wise. I don't know. It gives nerdy. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I feel like that's like weird to say. It's not really a great description, but I just keep seeing nerd. So I don't know what the hell that means. I see nerd. You know, 6 of Swords could be internet. You know, it's like the internet. I mean, it's also the travel logs, technology, computer shit like that. And then 2 Pentacles is upright, so it's like a business. I don't know, dude. There's a third person here that maybe they weren't directly involved with Ghislaine and Jeffrey, but it has to be at least indirectly, because there's this feeling of I have access to information and files and I know how to destroy them. Think of it like, okay. Think of it like if someone were to steal something, they know how to make it so that when you steal it, you don't have all the right information, like it's encrypted or whatever. Like that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like someone who can encrypt things and like put things behind a passcode or a password or some shit like that. Like a firewall or some shit like that. Like there is a person here that has had a lot of information and data, and this person got protected. allegedly for interior purpose only. This person got protected. I don't know about immunity, but protected. And I think Ghislaine has information on this person or is going to try and point people in the right direction. Do I think she's going to be able to do that? No, they're not going to let that happen. And I don't think she realizes that that person flipped. No shade, but Ghislaine doesn't really seem to be that smart when I do readings like this. Like, she just seems a little bit like she wanted to impress Jeffrey and she wanted to feel important, so to speak, if that makes sense. So she like wanted to do right by him, which is fucking weird. But especially as a motivation here, it's like she felt like somebody, which is fucking weird. Sorry to curse, but it's just, that's bizarre, especially considering the crimes that she was convicted of or allegedly, whatever the hell. But it just seems like she was like seeking approval, so to speak, or importance. And so I honestly feel like she was not as clued in on as people are thinking. Maybe, I don't know about naive, but oblivious, perhaps. Easily distracted by, like, think of it like, ooh, shiny thing. Like, that's the type of vibe that I'm getting. So it's like she has information that points to the right person, or at least someone here, but I just don't know if she has enough, and especially I don't know if she really was privy to much. And I don't know if people will believe her either. So it's like if she were to say something, she'd have to talk in code. Because if she said it outright, she would be seen as crazy. But yeah, they ain't gonna let this girl talk. There's no way. There's no way. And also an appeal. Really, girl? Really? So what? You think you should get off somehow? Just because other people are bad? Girl, you're just as bad, girl. What the hell? Come on, delusion. The crimes that you were accused of, and I think she was convicted of, allegedly. Hopefully. I don't know. I don't have all the facts in front of me, so don't come for me. But how the hell do you think you deserve an appeal, girl? I mean, I guess try it. I guess it's the justice system, and technically everyone has a right to try. But girl, bye. What do you think you're going to do? Get out and be a regular person? Get real. Get real, girl. Get real. Do the crime, do the time. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. This pisses me off, but if you guys like that, join the YouTube members, the join button down below. Until next time, good luck. I think what's really crazy is when I do readings on these people, especially involved in this scenario and case, it feels like people are dehumanized. It almost feels like they don't have a conscious understanding of empathy or the connection to the people that were hurt from these things. Like, what's wrong with you? Sociopathy? Like, I don't get it.